I actually want to go back a bit. Like, I don't know, whenever Eat, Pray, Love came out, remember that movie came out? And like,
Yep.
we all like had been connecting like family events and things, but then somehow we brought up that we all wanted to see it. And then we went like, and we all lived in like different places and we met at a theater. And I remember one of my friends came too
Yep.
and we wanted to see it. And we even, I think, took a picture where we're each like representing like the Eat, Pray, Love or something because it was so unique for us to like, yeah, get together and do something because we had to like really find a meeting place. And it was
Yeah.
so, yeah, like so I just feel like that was like so long ago whenever that did come out.
A long time ago.
And then like for us to then already be like connecting in this spiritual way about that movie. Um and so now to have it translate to what we're doing
Yes.
in
I I think that there's something very important about us being together at this time.
yeah. And so like now we have this program and each of us has kind of taken our specialty and applied it and we put it together and we met and designed this to create what we would hope the future holds is more heart intelligence living. So I don't know, Veronica, do you want to kind of like share what the program is for everybody?
Yeah, I'm so excited about working with you, but also what we've put together. It blows my mind. It exceeds all of my expectations, but we've always known that we each had our own perspective and angle and skill sets, but there was an attraction always among us. We're always hooking up at parties, and your graciousness was always there. And I don't know, it just we pulled together at this time. We started talking about what we loved, our specific angles, what we love. Lara, really focusing in her work with the spirit and healing the spirit, and then Kim really with her life journey, uh, discovering her body and the strength of her body and the energy, and coming kind of home and really nourishing that vessel of hers. And then my journey going through creativity and coming home to my own artistry as a creator. Um, and we realized that it's all the same journey, right? Everybody's life journey has that process with its own skill set and value, but that together we had something very powerful to offer with a lifetime of tips and our skill sets and our inner knowing, that actually kind of addressed the body, the mind, and the spirit, and how all of that was really showing us our examples of our own life, our heart led lifestyle, and how important today, more than ever, living a heart led life is so important. Realizing we're dealing with a lot of anxiety, right? And what is beyond it? How do we have a life without it? Well, it requires a lot more heart. The world needs more heart. We all know that. So we started collecting our tips and our what we know, and put together an amazing 8-week experiential program, that is sharing all of that work that includes meditations and immersions and recipes and qigong, all of it to address that triangle of heart, creativity, and spirituality that we find is a really amazing, comprehensive experience in showing what a heart led lifestyle is, what heart intelligence is, and the tips to open up the heart, quiet the mind, and lead from the heart. And I don't know, am I leaving something out?
Oh, it's great. I love everything you're saying. I think the only thing, of course, we'll put the link below if you're interested in joining us. And if you missed this round, we're going to offer it again in a few months. Our hope is to offer it multiple times throughout the year. Um, and yeah, like Veronica said, because this has been a question lately, you just do it at your own pace. You receive the modules each week and you do what is, like what you have time for. And the whole process is just leading you into a deep art awareness to enhance your heart intelligence. And, we had done an Instagram live yesterday and you had said, it'll meet you where you're at. And it's so true, because if you already do a lot of work in this space, this will just take you deeper. And if this is new for you, it will create a safe space for you to explore this. And then once we're kind of like halfway through, then we talk about, now what does it look like to go back into the world as this being? And we give you tools to help with that, because you're meeting your family in a different space, you're meeting your world in a different space. And sometimes that can present its own challenges. So we've created so many supportive ways with each of our modalities, whether it's nutritional interventions or somatic techniques or meditation or breath work or your creative immersions, to help you do that, and how important that space of being heart led is to your creativity, but also how important creativity is to the world and your world. Yeah, I we're so excited about how beneficial the program is for us, and like we just want you all to be able to experience it as well. Kim, did you want to add anything about like the techniques that you're offering?
Yeah, I just there's so many different things that I'm offering, but I feel like in general, you guys kind of mentioned a lot of them, but I feel like in general, the reason that they're so powerful is because they're self-healing. They help us to raise our vibration, manage our nervous system, and reduce stress. And those are just so important right now with most people's lifestyle. So it's huge.
So it's so big right now, this, which is great. This is like a big thing right now to talk about um nervous system regulation. Like that's the, I hate to say latest trend, but that is like the thing that everyone's talking about right now, which is good, because it's something that has been overlooked and is so important. And especially right now, because the beings at charge want us dysregulated so they can just do whatever they want. And so us being regulated, and you mentioned yesterday, Kim, like the heart mind coherence, the more we are in that coherence and the more regulated we are, then we can be our most authentic selves and move into the world to do what we came here to do and create the future that we want for ourselves and for the world. Is there anything else you guys wanted to add about the program?
I just wanted to push the creativity angle because that's my angle, and that, we're basically, healing the limiting thoughts and your child, and then preparing the body for that increase in energy and maintaining and holding and sustaining that increased energy that comes with opening the heart. And then what's different, and how I really enjoy my participation, is that when your heart is open and you're living a heart-led lifestyle, a more comes out in terms of your imagination and ideas, imagery, metaphor, serendipity, and synchronicity, and how to interpret that. And what that is when you live through your heart, you become more creative. And because of my life journey, I get to coach you and say, this is what your creative expression is. It's uniquely yours, and trust it. And yes, the mind will kick in and try to censor and judge. Let the heart speak, because I've had that experience. I know what it's like to have that tension happen. And so it's my opportunity to basically say, yes, what you're experiencing is an increase in creativity. And here's how to embrace it. Here's how to manage it. And here's how to use it, and not to censor it. And that's what I'm just so excited about, because it's kind of like you guys really help prepare the body for transformation, in understanding the language of the heart. And then I get to kind of play with you guys about the language of the heart.
And creativity, it's so, for me, the way I always view creativity is, we, and whether you want to call it source, universe, creator, that is to me like the energy of oneness. Like we're all connected to it and versions of it. And when we are aligned with that, it flows through us. And that is creative energy. Whether you're using it for art or music, that type of thing. That's kind of what we always view creativity as. And everything is creative. Who we are is creative, how we dress is creative, how we problem solve is creative, what do we make for dinner is creative. Um, you know, you can work in any field and use your creativity. And something you're always talking about, Veronica, is your imagination and play, remembering who you are authentically as that child. And so I think that, again, going back to whimsy and following your joy, something I like to talk about on the podcast, like using that as your compass to what you're going to do next. I think all of that is what gets expressed through aligning with creativity or source, and everything that we're doing in the program is helping that.
That is a future human.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Totally. Um, and Kim, did you want to add anything about the program, or you feel like we?
I guess I would just say real quickly about there's like a couple of movement activities in there, but then there's also Qigong. And the reason that I included Qigong and it's because it's so profound. It's basically like energy work in with movement. And it's just like Asian movement arts that have been around for thousands of years. And, you know, people have been doing this and like China, and, you know, they live to be really old, a really old age because it offers so much. And so I just wanted to say, like, it's just really powerful and really good for our health and moving energy, bringing good energy in, helping us to be more flexible. And anyway, so I just wanted to kind of explain that because not everybody might know what Qigong
Oh
is.
no, and also it's movements are very easy. So they're not like it's not a workout. It's very like doable, and they're very like you can feel how powerful they are just in the simplicity of it. Yeah.